Most people will never become who they wanted to be. Not because they aren't talented. Not because they were born unlucky. But because they slowly became comfortable. And comfort is dangerous. Every day, millions of people wake up with dreams in their minds. But go to sleep having done nothing to move closer to them. They wait. They delay. They tell themselves, "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And eventually, their entire life disappears inside excuses. The truth is painful. Average people don't become average overnight. They become average through small daily decisions. Comfort is the addiction nobody talks about. It feels harmless at first. Sleeping a little longer. Skipping one workout. Avoiding difficult conversations. Choosing entertainment over growth. But every time you choose comfort, you train your mind to avoid struggle. And the problem is, everything meaningful in life requires struggle. Discipline requires struggle. Success requires struggle. Transformation requires struggle. But most people spend their lives running away from discomfort. They want results. Without sacrifice. Confidence. Without failure. Strength. Without pain. And because of that, they stay exactly where they are. Year after year. The average person is trapped in a cycle. Wake up. Consume. Complain. Sleep. Repeat. No vision. No urgency. No purpose. Just distraction after distraction after distraction. And the scariest part? They don't even realize it's happening. Most people think failure happens suddenly. It doesn't. Failure happens quietly. It happens in private. It happens when nobody is watching. Every ignored opportunity. Every excuse. Every moment of laziness. Every promise you made to yourself and broke. That's how failure is built. Brick by brick. Day by day. And eventually, people become weak versions of themselves. Not physically. Mentally. Because every time you avoid discipline, you lose trust in yourself. Think about that. When you say, "I'm going to change," but never do, your mind notices. When you say, "Tomorrow I'll work harder," but repeat the same habits, your mind notices. And slowly, you stop believing in yourself. That's why so many people feel lost. Not because they lack potential, but because they've spent years betraying themselves. Discipline is the dividing line between average people and dangerous people. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is identity. The people who change their lives aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the most talented. But they are consistent. They show up when they're tired. They work when they don't feel like it. They stay focused while everyone else is distracted. And over time, that consistency becomes power. Because discipline does something powerful. It changes the way you see yourself. Every workout completed. Every distraction ignored. Every difficult task finished. Becomes proof. Proof that you are becoming stronger. More focused. More capable. And eventually, you stop chasing motivation completely. Because you become someone who acts regardless of emotion. That's real power. If you want a different life, you must become different from the average person. You cannot think like everyone else. You cannot move like everyone else. You cannot spend every day distracted and expect greatness. At some point, you must decide. Will you continue choosing comfort? Or will you choose growth? Because both paths have pain. Discipline is painful. But regret is worse. Temporary sacrifice creates freedom. Temporary comfort creates suffering. And one day, you will either thank yourself or hate yourself for the decisions you make right now. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you confidence. Nobody is going to build your future for you. That responsibility belongs to you. Right now. Somebody else is working harder than you. Somebody else is building discipline. Somebody else is becoming stronger while you hesitate. The difference between winners and average people is simple. Winners act. Average people wait. And life rewards action. Not excuses. Not intentions. Not words. Action. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop wasting years of your life trapped in comfort. Because your future is being created right now. By what you choose to do today. This is your warning. This is your wake-up call. You can continue living the same cycle. Or you can become someone your future self would be proud of. The choice is yours. Discipline creates destiny.